Hi there. Welcome, my library friends. This is Judy from the Great Neck Library Children's Department, and I wanted to share a book with you today about ecosystems, exploring ecosystems, because the weather's so nice, and a great thing you can do in the spring is go out, take walks to your local park, and just enjoy being outside. So this is called Exploring Ecosystems, and it is a nonfiction book about science, and it would be appropriate for grades pre-K and kindergarten. So I hope you enjoy it. Actually, this book I'm holding is actually a coloring book, and you can certainly find things like these maybe at a nature center near you. So this also aligns to the Common Core standards for pre-K and K who are learning about science and ecosystems. All right? This is an environmentally friendly coloring book. All right, here we go. So, all right. Now, this boy says, "Hey everyone, let's explore ecosystems." Okay, Mr. Turtle, but what exactly are ecosystems? Let's see. All right. Now, an example of an ecosystem is the woodlands that we're hiking through. It is made up of all the animals, trees, plants, and land, as well as the climate. All of these things work together to keep the ecosystem balanced. See, there, you see them hiking on a trail. There are the leaves, and looks like they're by a lake or a pond. As trees grow, they produce seeds. The seeds provide food for animals, such as this squirrel. See that? And we see squirrels all around town, right? Okay, the ground below is also part of the ecosystem. Rabbits, moles, and some types of insects are just a few of the creatures that make their home underground. Okay, underground there. Deer eat the grass and use the tree cover as shade from the sun. All right, see? There are the deer. Oh, look who is this? Who do we have here, right? It's like bears, right? It's bears. All right. Late in the year, salmon leave the sea to lay their eggs in the rivers they were born in. Some of the eggs become food for large animals, such as this mother bear and her cubs. Speaking of the sea, let's take a look at the marine ecosystem, right? And marine means water or ocean, and we have that near where we live too, right? Okay, water covers most of our planet's surface. There are many kinds of habitats, such as this coral reef. This sea otter is eating an oyster while floating on top of an underwater forest made from seaweed called kelp. The seaweed. Oops. Okay. Ooh, let's see. Who's this? That's a seal, right? There are places you can see seal on Long Island. I think in Riverhead, right? Okay. Under the sea, there is food for animals like this seal, which is chasing a fish for its meal. You can find a lot of sea creatures on the beach, too. Okay. This mother sea turtle has come onto the land to lay her eggs, but she spends the rest of her life in the ocean. Let's go see some wetlands now. Water from rain and snow flows to the wetlands, and the wetlands keep other areas from flooding. Because there is so much water, lots of animals, like this beaver, live here. The beaver helps the ecosystem by building a dam from wood and mud. Ducks live here, raising their ducklings in the safety of the wetlands. Even creatures as small as insects are part of the ecosystem, providing food for fish. And my favorite food, the crayfish, lives here too. Would you like a bite before we leave? No, thank you, Mr. Turtle. Now we are at a desert, which is the opposite of wetlands. So some of these places are found in different parts of the country. Not necessarily all of these places would you find all in one walk in your neighborhood, but you'll learn about them anyway. Even though it's so dry, the desert is home to animals and plants, which are part of the ecosystem and the food chain. Do you know the names of some of these animals here? Maybe you can pick. All right. My old friend the tortoise loves this hot and dry climate. Well, that's a very big tortoise. I don't think I've seen ones that are taller than a person, but let's see. Okay, bees are part of an ecosystem as they transfer pollen from cactus flowers. Even though the desert looks vast to us, it may not offer enough space for many animals. Some of them, such as longhorn sheep, compete for territory. This burrowing owl guards her babies in a cool underground nest that once belonged to another creature. Let's go to the grasslands now, where it's not as hot. Look at how these clouds provide shade. This ecosystem is like the others we've seen, where animals and plants are part of the food chain. This bobcat is stalking his prey, a very fast jackrabbit. Some animals are so big that they move at a slower pace. These large buffalo take their time eating tons of grass every day. Grasslands are also the perfect place for running free. The grasslands are vast, but there are plenty of tiny things living on the ground. All right. Ecosystems are everywhere. Keep exploring. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. And one fun thing you can do when you're exploring your park or wherever you're taking a walk, you can keep a nature journal and write down your observations. Write down what you see, what kind of plant did you see, what kind of animal, what kind of rock, and you could draw pictures. You could write it down, and when you come home, you can learn about see if you can identify it and learn about it. So, alrighty, hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.